Meet Microsoft, the company whose motto is empowering us all. Founded 40 years ago by Bill Gates, it is now one of the biggest companies in the world with $80 billion in revenue. Its transformation from a small software vendor to a multi-industry corporate giant makes the story of the Microsoft brand a definitely remarkable one. The awareness of the Microsoft brand can be evaluated in terms of its distinct brand elements, as well as their success in resonating in consumers' perception on the basis of specific criteria. Let's consider the brand name. Microsoft's brand name is a combination of the words microprocessor and software. This makes for a highly meaningful and memorable element, as it clearly defines Microsoft's core business. At the same time, it provides a creatively constructed, unique term that can be easily recalled. This creative simplicity of the brand name is also what makes it likable as well as transferable, considering that it can easily be written, typed, or pronounced. The adaptability of the brand name is difficult to assess, as it hasn't undergone any changes. However, it is protected by trademark, thus making it a valuable asset over time. On the other hand, the Microsoft logo is a brand element that hasn't been unfamiliar with change. The most significant change came about in the past 3 years, where the traditionally black and white logo transformed into a soft grey Microsoft logotype, accompanied by 4 squares exhibiting different colours. The new presence of a symbol in addition to the logotype makes up for a more prominent and colourful representation. As this symbol is also typically found on the company's main product, Windows, it's more likely to evoke brand recall and therefore boosting memorability. The 4 colourful quadrants symbolise the diverse product portfolio of the company. It is widely believed that they specifically represent the Office, Windows, Xbox, and Bing sub-brands. Therefore, this makes for a highly meaningful connection. This logo is also believed to be more likable, since it represents a shift from the old and rationalistic representation of the Microsoft brand to more playful aesthetics. The simple and striking composition of the logo and its 4 quadrants make it easily transferable as well as adaptable to new products. Awareness around the Microsoft brand was also built through its product portfolio. In its earliest days, Microsoft's core product was the MS-DOS operating system. At this point, the name Microsoft was only heard within tight circles of tech-savvy professionals. Following the expansion of the personal computer industry, Microsoft developed Windows, the first operating software with a graphic template, and it expanded into different markets such as entertainment with Xbox and personal computing with Windows Phone. This overall expansion has allowed Microsoft to reach a variety of new segments, raising its brand awareness among different groups of customers. In its early days, Microsoft's advertising was focused on the functionality of their products. After all, being a pioneer in the tech industry required them to persuade the general public of their quality and reliability. However, when we look at these advertising approaches now, we might find them a bit dull. When we look at the brand equity pyramid, we can clearly see that Microsoft has been stepping more on the left side of the pyramid as their communications betray a rationalistic message. Therefore, the emphasis on functionality has triggered more evaluation than actual feeling for the brand. This has slightly changed over the last couple of years, as the promoted functionality of Microsoft's products has raised the brand up the value ladder. The need for emotional appeals is adamant. While rational appeals still dominate Microsoft's current advertising, more playful image characteristics are also slowly introduced. Considering the status of Microsoft as the most prominent player in the world of computer software, the presence of favorable associations comes as no surprise. A survey of 4,551 adults by Forrester has revealed reliable, essential, practical, and good value for money as among the strongest favorable associations of the Microsoft brand. This practicality that the brand inspires is further boosted by possibly the strongest association of the brand, which is no other than its founder, Bill Gates. Gates' success story, his philanthropic work, and stoic personality have gained significant media attention, making his name and characteristics synonymous with the brand for the general public. Excessively perceived practicality, however, comes with a price. Boring, bland, corporate, monopoly appear among the strongest overall associations of the Microsoft brand in large-scale social sentiment analysis conducted by the agency Brand Tags. This clearly unfavorable sentiment shows that Microsoft might have managed to convince consumers on the performance dimension, but it has not managed to sufficiently inspire emotional appeal. In addition, sub-brands Windows and Office are also shown as prominent associations. However, associations with Microsoft's remaining 5 product lines remain far weaker. So how can we evaluate the Microsoft brand? Measuring brand equity is important, as it can show how successful Microsoft has been in building its brand. The Interbrand brand equity model measures brand equity on the basis of financial performance, the percentage of purchases that is directly attributable to brand assets, and the ability of the brand to sustain value in the future.
Created using Part1.